Please don't become arrogant when you start becoming financially successful. Bro, I've seen so many creators online, and when they start their channels, like most individuals, they come across as extremely down to earth, as they should, as I am right now. And God willing, I will maintain that. But the moment they start making money, right? Hopefully you can't hear the sirens. We shouldn't. I'm using a Mac. But the moment they start making some quid off the internet, that arrogance starts to settle in, right? And when they become too overly arrogant, they start, shaming and shitting and downplaying their audience. Bearing in mind, that same audience is the reason why they're in said position. And I noticed I've been watching I've watched many creators in the past, like I said in the beginning. They sound like they genuinely want to help, and I'm sure they do. But it's the moment that money comes in, I don't know why it's a thing, but it's so common nowadays and it sickens me to death. But the moment they start making some income, it's like their morals just go out the window. It's almost as if they sold their soul to something. I don't know. I hope it's not the devil, but it seems that way. You know? They just become so rude and arrogant. You're not nice to listen to, right? You're not nice. It's like, remember where you came from, Damn. Is that too hard to ask? Remember when things weren't going your way? A lot of people got to understand too. With success, and I'm not just talking financial success, or of anything, to get an opportunity, I'm mentioning that because there are people out there who work their butt off and are better than people who are even exposed to the public eye and are recognized for their talents, but they'll never get noticed because unfortunately they didn't have the luck and the luxury of being elected, being seen. That happens a lot. As sad as it is to say, it's true. It does happen a lot. And I say this to say, reflecting it and linking it back to the arrogant people I speak of, they need to realize too, a part of their success was luck. Now, I'm sure this isn't to me discrediting their hard work. I absolutely believe you have to put in the work for anything to become great at anything you want to do. And you will fail time and time again. But you build that confidence over time. There's nothing wrong with having confidence. There's nothing wrong with having faith in what you believe to be capable of doing. If you've put in the work, you have every right to believe in your skills and try serve your best to help people reach similar goals. Well, this is where the arrogance comes in. This is where separates the two terms. Think of arrogance like poison into the confidence. So with the confidence that you have built over time, via your humility of, believing and knowing you weren't capable of doing said act just yet, and seeking help via a coach, whether that be online or in reality, you learn from someone, okay? But then, the arrogance is like poison. You just throw a bad, let's say you're making fish, let's use a metaphor, you make some nice fish, some nice stew, some nice soup, put some nice vegetables in there, you put the onion, you move off all of the dirt and whatnot, then you just put soap, washing liquid. That's the arrogance. Now you're getting a bit too ahead of yourself. Now you have an exaggerated sense of your own self-importance. And now you start to develop this superiority complex. You think you're better than everyone else on all aspects of life, simply because you worked on that one aspect to which most people struggle with, money. And you use that money to rule you now, your mindset. You start to become unrelatable to the audience that you've cultivated, the audience that you've built. So then you start shitting on your audience. You lack the empathy that you once had, which got you the audience that trusted you. You see it all the time. I'm speaking from experience. I'm not going to say no names in this video, but let's just say a few cult leaders who started off humble, shitting on the audience now saying, oh, you're still broke? You don't know someone's situation. And it's also worth noting, a part of it was luck. Right place, right time. Because there is someone who works just as efficient or maybe just as smart but they don't get the opportunity. You know, we tend to look at the anomalies on the internet of who are financially successful. For a lot of people, they're big on getting as successful as young as possible. You see that 25-year-old millionaire, you believe you can do it too. This isn't me being pessimistic, just more so a reality check, because that's something life taught me. I remember when I was 11 years old, I would see people like KSI, Sidemen living that millionaire life, 21, 22, 23, $1 million in the bank. I believed I could do it too. I did my best. Did I do it? Not even close. Right? So more so than not, life isn't gonna go your way most of the time. And that's just life, man. And you look at the anomalies and you believe you can do it. It is good to have self-belief. But when that time frame that you set in your mind to achieve said success doesn't come to fruition, you comparing from others. What now? Your identity will crack. Expand your horizon. Expand your horizon. Arrogant people make me sick. I don't like arrogant people at all. Hey, you may make more money. Cool. You're not a good person to speak with. You're not a good person to listen to anymore. Arrogance, it has a sound, you know? When you click on a video, there's a certain energy they radiate, which really drives me and other people insane. It makes us not want to hang around you. And that's not because of your success. I'm a humble guy of humility, right? I will seek help from one who's more competent in the skill and has the humility to help individuals too. But I'm not gonna go to an arrogant person for help. Oh yeah, we wanna know? I got you. So the reason why you're doing that is because you're shit at this business work. What you want to do, what you do wrong. You see the aura, you see the energy change. That's arrogant people. Now, a lot of people, they believe, man, you need to become arrogant and shit on people to become successful. Bro, you don't need to sabotage your humility and your humbleness and your good morals and become a more less likable person willingly just to build a good audience. Bro, you don't have to do that. And I wanna be proof of that. Because I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of people starting off humble and then they just sabotage everything else. No wonder they lose their audience. Rightfully so. Poetic justice. Yes. Hallelujah. God despises the proud, man. He rewards the humble. You may not see it short term. Long term, you will win. Right? Now, let me give you the humility example. Right? The business work, so to speak, as we were talking about with the arrogant guy. We're going to end it off by saying this because I'm going to record 2 more videos. I'm going to make these videos at least 10 minutes long. Then the humble guy. Oh, okay, so you're out of shape and that's bothering you. Yeah, I completely understand how you feel. Okay, so I've been in a similar position to where you were, and I put a few systems in place via trial and error, right? And a lot of mistakes were in the process. It was a bumpy road, but I've eventually managed to reach my goals. And I'm going to help you. I'm going to make it a lot easier for you. All I want for you is your commitment, your belief that you can do it, you can achieve it. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to imagine what life could be. I want you to imagine a life where you're able to run again at the pace that you enjoy. Running in a way that doesn't exert too much energy from you due to the shape that you're not satisfied with, but rather be in an environment to which not only is good, but you're able to run in peace of mind simultaneously, looking at the views of the beautiful places around the world, in the place you're living in, being able to say hello to people, enjoying the thrill that comes with group running in the various of places, and most importantly, having the best shape possible that's right for you. The shape that you can take your shirt off with confidence. And not out of pride to make people feel the insecurity that you may feel right now, but with the intent to uplift, right? And as a byproduct, it will cause a reverse chain effect of what's going on with me and you right now. With you being in the current position that I am, where you have the body that you've dreamed of, and the satisfaction that comes with that, and the great, gentle heart, humble enough to help those reach steps also to get to where you are now, to which I am now. And I'll inspire many people, and as a byproduct, more people will become in shape. But it starts with you. The pain you're going through, it's a testimony for the many other people who are in a similar position to you or in a worse fix. You're going to be the one who shines a light on them. First, you must give yourself the acceptance that you're worthy to achieve the dream that you seek. I need you to walk through the darkness and give yourself permission for that. And all I need is your commitment. Do you want to walk this journey? If that sounds great for you, come with me. Do you see the difference, guys? I know it was a bit lengthy, but that's to make a point, right? You don't need to become an arrogant fool and make someone feel bad to get them on your side. You see, they're both in the same position. They're both just as competent. They're both, sorry, they're both just as competent in the skill, but one is a good leader, one is full of corruption and so full of himself. You see the difference? So it's about how you speak to someone, bro. And I've seen this many times, bro. You could have 1 million subscribers. If you're an arrogant fool, I'm not going to want to speak to you and I'm not going to watch you. And I've started watching many people because of their arrogance. It makes me sick. And I'm nearly 20 years old in 4 days. These lot are in their 20s, late 20s, 30s, boasting about their success and their arrogance. You can still talk about your achievements, but in a sexy way. That doesn't make you unlikable due to an excess of narcissism and tablespoons of pride. That's all. Hope it helps.